For 2 decades, children played here. Their laughter filled the air. Parents watched from benches, never knowing the ground beneath their feet held a secret. It wasn't until a construction crew dug too deep that the truth finally surfaced. What they uncovered would unravel a mystery buried for 20 years. This is the story of Emily Carter. It was 1995, in the small town of Meadowbrook, Illinois. The kind of place where everyone knew each other, and nothing truly bad ever seemed to happen. Or at least that's what they believed. Emily Carter was 16 years old, a high school sophomore. She loved sketching in her notebooks, playing the piano, and sneaking late-night phone calls with her best friend. She dreamed of going to art school in Chicago, of leaving behind her small town for something bigger. Her mother said Emily always wore mismatched socks, her little rebellion, she called it. To her friends, she was funny, sarcastic, and endlessly kind. She wasn't the kind of girl who simply disappeared. But one June evening in 1995, Emily walked out of her house and never came back. On June 14th, Emily told her mom she was walking to a friend's house 2 streets over. She grabbed her sketchbook, said, "Don't wait up, I'll be back before dark." Those were the last words her family ever heard her say. When Emily didn't return by midnight, her mother panicked. By morning, the police were called, flyers went up, volunteers searched fields, woods, and abandoned lots, but there was no sign of Emily, no body. No struggle, just absence. Detectives chased every lead. A boyfriend from another town, a suspicious man seen near the school. Even her art teacher was questioned. But every suspect had an alibi, every clue led to nothing. It was as if Emily had simply vanished. Her family was trapped in limbo. Too much hope to grieve, too much grief to hope. Emily's mother kept her bedroom exactly as it was, the bed neatly made, the sketchbook still on her desk. For years, every knock on the door felt like it might be Emily coming home. 20 years later, 2015, Meadowbrook's playground was being renovated. A bulldozer cut too deep, and workers hit something they never expected. At first, they thought it was a mannequin. But as the soil fell away, the truth emerged: bones, human bones. Beneath the playground where generations of children had played, forensic teams unearthed a shallow grave. The remains were wrapped in tattered cloth, a rusted chain tangled near the legs. And inside the fabric, they found something that broke the case wide open: a sketchbook. Faded, water-damaged, but still legible. On the first page, the name Emily Carter. The discovery reignited a cold case. Emily Carter hadn't run away. She had been buried under her community's feet for 2 decades. Detectives now had evidence and new forensic tools that didn't exist in 1995. DNA extracted from the remains matched blood found in an old case file, a sample collected from a suspect questioned years earlier, but never charged. His name was Daniel Moore, a former groundskeeper who worked near the school at the time of Emily's disappearance. Moore had been questioned back then, but released. Police had no body, no evidence, and for 20 years, he lived free, blending into the community, mowing lawns, volunteering at church picnics, walking past the very playground that concealed his crime. In 2017, Daniel Moore was arrested and charged with the murder of Emily Carter. Prosecutors argued that Emily likely encountered him on her way to her friend's house. He lured her, attacked her, and buried her body in the playground construction site where he worked. For years, children played above her grave, never knowing. The trial shook Meadowbrook to its core. Emily's mother took the stand, holding the faded sketchbook recovered with her daughter's remains. Her voice broke as she read from one of the entries, "I can't wait to leave this town someday. I want to live where my art means something." The courtroom wept. Daniel Moore was found guilty of first-degree murder. He was sentenced to life without parole. Justice delayed for 20 years had finally come. But for Emily's family, it was bittersweet. Justice could not bring her back. For 2 decades, laughter rang out over Emily Carter's grave. Children played tag above the soil that hid her story. Parents unknowingly stood over a secret. And when the truth finally came, it reminded everyone in Meadowbrook of a chilling reality. Sometimes, the darkest crimes are hidden in plain sight. And as night falls, the case of Emily Carter reminds us, even when the ground feels safe beneath your feet, you never truly know what lies below. This has been Crime Scene Chronicles. What do you think? Should Daniel Moore's case be remembered as a failure of 1990s policing or a triumph of modern forensics? Comment below. Your voice matters. Don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe for more gripping true crime stories that prove the truth can never stay buried forever.